I'm 30.
And I'm 56.
And we are in an age gap relationship. These are the things that help us in our marriage. So we always spoke about sharing long-term goals, such as like having kids later on, like when we decide to get married, and like other things that he would like to do like after retirement, since obviously we're in an age gap.
I mean, we definitely spoke about it long term before we got, serious in our relationship. And we both wanted to make sure that we were aligned with our future. And so far, so good. We're on track. We want to make sure that, we both wanted the same amount of kids and what we were going to do with our kids, schooling and, sports and whatnot. And I think we're aligned with a lot of this stuff. Financially, I think we're both in agreement with what we want to do
in life, and like just he's obviously going to retire well before if I had a career. Right now I'm a stay-at-home mom, but if I had a career, he's going to retire well before me, and to make sure that we're in line with where we might want to live, what we might want to do with our lives, because he loves the beach, so he had to make sure I was a beach girl, which I definitely am. So things like that. Our second goal that we always said to each other, even we said it in our vows, was never going to bed without showing affection, telling each other we love each other, and kissing each other goodnight. That's definitely a goal of ours we've had since forever, I feel like. And it just helps with, honestly, like if you're in an argument or not communicating well that day, at least at the end of the night, you're not going to bed angry.
Yeah, we both have very stressful lives. I mean, she's with the kids all day long and preparing meals and cleaning the house, so it's very stressful for her. My job is fairly stressful as well. But we make sure that once the kids are down, we wind down, we talk about our day, and it helps. It helps relieve the stress. She explains her day.
That's so funny. You just said we talk about our day. Just remind me of the vows, because you said we talk about our day
every day. I still do it, yeah.
And we still do every single day. We've only been married for 4 years, but we've been together for 10 years. We do talk about our day every single day. Whether I'm listening or not, he's still talking about his day.
Well, I'll trick her. I'll tell her things that I did today that I didn't actually do, just to see if she was paying attention. And then there'll be that pause. You did what?
But we do talk about our day every single day. We do go to bed with showing each other affection every single night. Whether it's we argued, we didn't communicate well, no matter what it is, we try to always do that every single night. And that has definitely made I feel like it helps 100% in a marriage.
Yeah. And you start the next day off fresh. It's not like you're holding a grudge for the next morning, and that's, that becomes very uncomfortable. So if you kind of wipe the slate at night, which is what we try to do, the next morning it's a better day. It's a fresh start. And I would have to say the third goal, which is extremely important, I think, in any relationship, age gap or otherwise, is to respect each other. And obviously I'm a lot older, so my opinions, my values, my approach to things are going to be different than Danny's. But she respects that, and I respect the fact that she doesn't have the experience or wisdom or the things that I've been through. She has no experience with. So it's, we talk about that, and we have to see both sides of it. She sees my side, I see her side. And there were times, obviously, that, with most couples, I get headstrong and I get like, no, it's this way, it's that way. But then I'll circle back after I calm down. And we always come to an agreement with whatever the situation is, financially, and whatever.
It's funny because he has way more years like before me. I sometimes will give my opinion, and then he'll be like, wow, like I didn't even think of it that way.
100%.
And then I teach him like a different way of doing something. And like, I'm a lot younger. It's nice to have another opinion, no matter what the age is. And it's so funny because he'll do things a certain way, and I'm like, I would never do it that way.
And I'm stubborn, and I'm stuck in my ways. And when Danny comes to me, why are you doing that? And I'm like, well, this is the way I've always done it. And then I'll stop and I'll think about what she said. I'm like, wow. And I have to tell you, I mean, not to pump your head up, but Danny's told me a couple of things about working on the pool or whatever. Try it this way. And I'm like, no, that'll never work. And then I tried it and it works, and I'm like, wow.
When you're in an age gap relationship, like he said in his ways, and I really didn't experience too much yet, so I'm not set in my ways so much, but I am set in my ways in a certain way. but like we are like compatible where we just like work off of each other like a team.
Yeah.
It's coming down to working off each other like a team, and I feel like that's exactly what we do.
Oh, 100%.
And-
Like if I see her struggling with something, whatever, the kids or the house or whatever, I'll step in and I'll give my opinion. She'll either accept it or she won't, and she'll do the same thing with me, and it usually works out.
Yeah.
Trying a different approach with whatever the situation is, and I think that's well, it comes down to communication.
Yeah, it's just
That's really what it
communicating.
comes down to, yeah.
Communicating in a marriage is like top. I feel like communication and trusting in a marriage is like number one, because when you communicate well, then like your arguments will always be based off communication. You'll communicate how you feel, how they feel, and you'll try to come to some sort of agreement. And even if it's an agreement or disagreement, you came to something and you communicated. Because when you don't communicate at all, then it just spirals and it goes from one thing to the
Yeah.
next, and then
Yeah.
there's resentment, and then there's other things that get involved. So it's communication and trust is like key, and that goes back to why we always make sure we show affection to each other at least at night, because then the next morning, like Frank said, you start fresh.
Yeah, because you don't want to be throwing eggs at each other the next morning.
Let me know if you guys do like a part 2 on this too, because we could definitely talk more about age gap
Yeah.
things and what we've gone through.
Throw some topics.
Yeah, throw out some topics.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
But let us know, because like we could definitely go into a rabbit hole of things we've been through in our age gap relationship
Yeah.
for sure.